Hi, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you're doing wonderfully well. Welcome to October. I have an October 2022 tarot reading for you. Take a couple of deep breaths in for me and let's get into the month. Sagittarius, if you would be interested, you can book a reading on the website Rubyreadstarot.com. Become a member here at this channel for exclusive perks. It helps support the channel also. Sagittarius, there is a full moon in the sign of Aries on the 9th, and then Mercury moves into Libra the next day. There is a lot about fire and combustion. Yeah, this is like things getting set off around you, like tempers flaring. A lot of diplomatic conversation. 1 minute it's up, the next minute it's down. It's like this yo-yo effect. I think for the most part in October, there's a lot of Aries kind of Jupiter in Aries energy, which has for the most part been quite explosive. I think with all of the trines that has been going on with Mercury in Libra as well as Venus being in Libra, there's been this energy of back and forth and unsurety. Sagittarius, I have for you the Three of Swords and the Six of Swords. You're moving on from a heartbreak. This has obviously been some sort of betrayal. There's been some sort of backstabbing, some intentional action caused to create some sort of discomfort, you know, just real pain of the heart space. And Sagittarius, I think for a moment you may have really felt it. You may have really been. If you can hear me, I'm massaging my scalp. This is the new thing. This is how I read. Before I was like with hand lotion. Now I have to massage my scalp as I read. It just helps me activate my crown chakra and think better. So we're going to get into this. Sagittarius, I've been spending a lot of time with fire, the element of fire recently, and I have really begun to appreciate just absolutely how terrifying fire can be. It's absolutely freaking terrifying. Sorry, my t-shirt is a Nirvana t-shirt. It's not just me pulling the face at everyone. Should we get on with your reading, Sagittarius? Okay. So, there has obviously been some sort of deception, some sort of betrayal. Someone's been a real shit. And you are doing the right thing and you're moving on. You're moving on with the lessons you've learned. And we can always say that there are lessons, there are experiences, there is never a loss. Okay? This has been a massive lesson for you because it's exposed where the holes are. And now it's time for you to pull out those swords and mend those holes. When I say mend those holes, it's where you get caught up with your shadow. It's where you get caught up with triggers. It's where there's still a bit of healing that needs doing. You get a really good chance to operate from a full and a whole heart space once you decide to be super philosophical from the lesson. So, from the experience, take the lesson and move on. Set yourself free, okay? There is a need for you to move in a new direction. It could be an intellectual decision, okay? And this might be one of those times where you really got to put your head above your heart. And I say that if there has been this energy of, you know, just dubious lovers, you know, just doubtful, dubious lovers, there's got to be a cleansing out of the heart space. This is a heart chakra meditation that you can book a reading with me for. It's a necessary process. It is a space that needs cleansing and cleaning out. And Sagittarius, by moving away from the scene of the crime, I would strongly say that, you know, you get to progress forward with your wins. That's the Strength card, and that is the Ten of Wands. The Strength card for me is absolutely suggesting that there is an overcoming. There is somewhere where you need to show some sort of courage, some sort of mastery, Sagittarius. There is need for you to overcome the demon, the beast, the lower base vibration, where it is that you know that you give yourself up. It is time for an ascension. It is time for a overcoming. There is time for a elevation. It's moving away from the primitive base vibrations and moving into the higher self. Taking the 10 of Wands with you. These are all of the lessons that you have learned that are invaluable. You know, these experiences have made you hella strong in the process. And so I would trust that you are very much near the final destination. And whatever this final destination may be, it may be the place where, you know, you can put the burdens down and you can finally take a breather and you can finally relax. There is a need for you to make progressive pushes forward, however, Sagittarius. And there is a lot of self-mastery in this. And I feel like in October, you get the absolute opportunity to do exactly that. Take the lessons that you've learned, intellectually speaking, even physically, the things that you have gained from this hurt, this experience, this heartache, you know, whatever it is, you're being given an opportunity in October to heal and to mend and to move on. And I think I would take what's precious and I would appreciate the fact that you're hella strong for it now. And I would move forward. Knight of Wands. There you are, Sagittarius. This is your card. This is your energy. You are absolutely off in a new direction. There is adventures to be had. And I think your energy is looking fantastic. You're vibing, right? You're energetic. You're on board with yourself. And you know that there are new adventures to be had. You know that there's new directions to be had. And you deserve it. Go out, have this fun. And show up in the world as your best self, Sagittarius. I think there's a need for some of you to get on with that diet regime or that new fitness regime or, you know, the self-care, Sagittarius. I would really invest in how much you can pour energy into yourself right now. I do feel like there is this need for you to perhaps close shop or gather your strength or take what's precious and kind of give yourself some time. I'm absolutely on it with this. That's the 7 of Pentacles and that's the Hermit card. Significant Virgo energy. Sagittarius, I feel like there is a need for you to pull all your energy inwards. There is a project or a work thing, something that increases you in finance. It needs your R&R. It needs you to get really still, really silent, really focused and apply yourself in a direction of creating this wealth, okay? I'm an avid gardener. I love spending time in my garden. I love watching things grow. I understand when this 7 of Pentacles card comes up. It means that you do not reap the fruit. You do not, have the fruit. You do not have the harvest the day that you sow the seed, which means there is a lot of time and love and patience invested into this. And so with the Hermit energy here, there's somewhere where you really need to illuminate, self-illuminate, search for the wisdom within. There is some sort of martyr syndrome that you've got to shine some sort of light on. Stop devaluing yourself, okay? Stop allowing these succubus energies to bring you down, your vibration down. You have to come in from the cold. And this is absolutely the time where you regenerate, where you plug into source, where you really fill yourself up. Use this Hermit energy to take some time away from the world if you need it. Just really do what you can to illuminate for yourself where it is that you know that you need to rebuild this confidence. And what it is that's made you hella strong. And how much overcoming there is left to do. There is mending that needs doing, Sagittarius. And don't let it go septic. Take your time with it now. Healing and I think you time. I hope you enjoyed the reading, Sagittarius. Do leave me a comment. I love it when you do that. Hit the subscribe button. Book a reading. Let's take this reading further. Rubyreadstarot.com. Mwah. All of my love to you.